early signing day, a future running back standout in running back Jordan McDonald, 6'1", 220 pounds, out of Alpharetta, Georgia, and Milton High, and he hops on with us at the Sons of UCF Live. Jordan, welcome into the show.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Let me begin with this. That suit you wore for your signing day, Night Nation must have just loved seeing that logo inside. How'd that come to be?
So it was actually my dad's idea because I told him I wanted to wear a UCF suit, but we didn't really know how to make all of that work. So he ordered UCF flags, and he just told me to hand him my suit jacket and was just like, "I'll create something for you, and it's gonna be amazing. Just trust me." So I just put my faith in him, and he came through.
He most certainly did come through, and I imagine there are some fans that wouldn't mind getting a hold of something like that. In your intro video that UCF played on social media on signing day, you said, "I like to describe my game as like the ocean, calm, fluid, and sometimes even violent." That was my favorite video when I heard your quote. Talk a little bit more about your game.
I would say about my game, I love being able to stay calm during the game because I think that just helps the game just slow down, in my opinion, and just helps me have a full grasp on everything that's going on and being able to read the defensive coverage and being able to follow my lineman blocks, and it just opens up my vision a whole lot more because whenever there's a million thoughts going through my head, it just makes everything a whole lot more stressful, and you can feel the game wearing on you. And if you're able to just take a deep breath, slow down, calm down, and just play the game like you've been born to play it, it just makes everything spectacular for you.
Jordan, talk about the recruiting process for a second. Is it fun? Is it stressful? I know you got a lot of decisions to make, a lot of people calling you. What was that process like for you just overall?
I would say the process was very stressful. I remember at first it was fun, and then I want to say maybe like a week after the real time to where coaches were able to contact us personally, it became kind of stressful and kind of wearing out because I remember being in my room just like trying to go to sleep at like 11 p.m. and getting a call or a text message and stuff like that, and I'd be like, "Oh, man, I can't keep doing this." But then it would also sometimes be coming at like the weirdest times. Like I would be out with having dinner with family and things of that nature, and just getting called in, you just be like, "Oh, I need to take this call, but I'm also having a good family time." So like once you're able to get the full grasp on it, it gets easier, and like the load gets less and less. Like I would say my senior year, I was able to handle it really well and being able to navigate through recruiting and my own personal life. But I would say at the beginning it was extremely stressful.
So what made UCF the right fit for you after all that stress or after all those decisions? What made Orlando your home?
The thing that made Orlando my home is Coach Malzahn and Coach Harris. They are just incredible, outstanding people, and they're people I could definitely see projecting me into the NFL and just as a better man and as a whole. Like I loved every moment of my conversations with Coach Malzahn and his wife, and then Coach Harris too. He's my man. Like that man, he's an amazing person. I can definitely see whatever greatness they have rubbing off on me, that would just project me into a different standing in my life in general. So that is one main thing that really helped me decide on UCF.
What was your perception of UCF, going into your senior year? What did you know about him? What was the reputation, especially for a guy in Georgia?
UCF, for me, I would say it was more so of like that sleeper team that people count out because they're not quote unquote Power Five, but definitely can come in and do a lot of damage to a lot of Power Five teams. And going into my senior year, it was kind of iffy looking at UCF because the whole head coaching switching and everything stuff going on. And when Gus Malzahn got announced as the full out coach, then that really put UCF more on my target list because a nice old fashioned SEC coach and just a outstanding coach in general who's beat Nick Saban 3 times going to a UCF team that's dangerous and that is known to be able to just shake a lot of things for Power 5 schools, even though they aren't counted out as Power 5, is just something that really shifted my view. And I trusted and wanted to sit back to watch to see what Gus would do, and he blown out every expectations everyone over here in Georgia had for him.
That's a pretty good bullet point there. That's your own research, or does UCF kind of, feed you some of that intel?
Oh, that was all my own research.
Who else came after you pretty hard? Who else did you consider?
Tennessee came after me pretty hard. I had a very good connection with the coaching staff over there over the summer. And with Josh Heupel and them moving from UCF to Tennessee, because when I had connection with them at UCF, when they moved to Tennessee and kind of picked up where it left off, it left me in a really good place with them. And then South Carolina also had an amazing standing with me, as well as Michigan State and Indiana, with the conversations I had with those coaches.
Jordan, as good of a running back as you are, we're going to get to that in a second. I saw this story post. I'm going to put it up on the screen for you. I'd love if you could to maybe share the backstory for us. This was posted on social media about something at your school and how you took an opportunity to maybe stand up for a classmate. Can you tell us more about this story and what happened and what you did?
So it all started when I actually went to a basketball game, and my girlfriend's a trainer, and I stayed after the game to help her clean up some of the water bottles and things of that nature so we could go out and get something to eat. And a couple of the administrators told me that there was a new transfer student who was having some problems shifting into being into Milton in his freshman year. And I was concerned by the fact of what would have problems, because I loved my entire time in Milton. I didn't want anyone to be able to have a bad time at our high school. And the administrators had told me that there were a lot of kids that were picking on him and bullying him because of his height and because of a lot of things that they just were being mean about. And that just really didn't sit right with me, because a lot of times, like growing up, like especially nowadays with people's mental health and things of that nature, it's really not a place that someone wants to be in. And it just stood out to me more so of, we all need to like take charge and do something about it. And the administrators brought the idea to me and a couple other football players of walking into class and just being able to build more of a connection with him, to show him that there's people that are there for him. And so I really love the idea, and we all took charge. You can see Mo in the picture with me. We all took charge to make sure that he had the best couple of days of his life, couple of weeks of his life, that of just being able to come back and forth with all of us and be able to chat with all of us. And we still keep in contact with him now. And I said that definitely a lot of times when I come back and visit from UCF, I'll be going up there and check on him. And we all made like a little hangout spot too in the principal's office with like a PlayStation and everything in it, just like as a little hangout, be cool out spot, so we can all be like normal and friends and things of that nature. And this say like things we're able to do a complete 180 of people really, they all just realized their actions, and they realized what they were saying, the things they were doing was very harmful and shouldn't be said to someone. And he now starting to get more and more social and active, especially with people of the football team, and he's going to come out to a lot more football games next year and things of that nature. And it's just able to build that connection for him to have, just not just with us, but just branching out into Milton, having people that he can go to and having people that he can hang out with and things of that nature, so he doesn't feel alone.
That's all. Thanks for sharing that story with us. We got to find a way to get him to a game at UCF next year, so maybe we can work on that as a fan base. All right, Jordan. So let's get to know you a little bit off the field. We know you're a dominant player on the field, so I have some questions for you, more some personal questions to kind of get to know you. Are you ready for all these questions?
Yes, sir.
What is your favorite movie?
My favorite movie. Ooh. It's between two. It's between the Jaden Smith Karate Kid and Step Up 3D. Dance movie.
Okay. Have you seen the original Karate Kid, or you just prefer the Jaden Smith version?
Yeah. No, I love the original Karate Kid. Daniel LaRusso is an amazing actor. Well, no, that's not the actor's name, but like he was an amazing character in the movie. But Jaden Smith, it just like something about it just spoke more.
What's your best subject in school?
Growing up, I would say math, but for some reason, I've always been bad at science, but as soon as I got into high school and shifted, I was amazing at science.
Any idea what your major might be at UCF?
My major, I'm still on the rocks, but is most likely going to be sports journalism or business.
If you didn't play football, what sport would you want to play?
If I didn't play football, definitely 1,000% basketball.
Did you play basketball at Milton as well?
No, sir. I was actually asked to, but just juggling everything I already had, especially with recruitment and football, and seeing that how much better at football I was than basketball, I was just like, no. But growing up, I did play basketball, and then shifting into high school, I decided to just focus mainly on football.
All right. What toppings do you put on your pizza?
This may sound bad, but I am a plain cheese person.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. How many slices per sitting are we taking down? If I get you a large 8 slices, how many are going down?
Now, if I'm being honest with you, only one slice because I don't even like pizza.
Okay. What's your favorite food? Then what's your go-to, like, quick, easy kind of junk food?
Quick, easy junk, French fries. Always French fries.
That's a great answer. Yeah, you can't beat that. All right, you're a running back. Would you prefer to juke a defender or run a defender over?
Oh, okay. You see, I want you to kind of elaborate this question for me. Explain to me, like, what's going on in the game. Is this like a heated game where we're talking trash, or like just normal play style?
Yeah, let's go rival game. So for you at UCF, that'll be the Cows of South Florida, which is in Tampa. We'll get to that later. So that's us playing the Cows in South Florida. It is 2017. We're winning fourth quarter. We're trying to ice the game away. It's a 3rd and 3. You get the ball on a sweep at the edge. One defender coming at you. Do you want to juke him to get the first down, or do you want to bowl him over for the first down?
I'm gonna run him over and then score.
Even better.
It just puts the linchpin on it.
Is that the violent part of your game right there?
Oh yeah. That is the extreme violent part.
All right, last one for you. What's the most embarrassing song that's in your phone right now?
What's the most embarrassing song in my phone? Oh, I wish my girlfriend was here because she would answer it so fast.
So some of your future teammates, TJ Buller told us he had some Hannah Montana. Caden Kittler had a pocket full of sunshine in his phone. So that's kind of what you're up against right now.
I don't really have any of like that on my phone. I'll probably say "Normal Girl" by Cienza.
Okay. Trace's favorite, by the way.
Yeah. Same thing. Same answer, basically. I saw on your Twitter handle last week, Gasparilla Bowl, about to go hunt some gators for my sis's birthday. Did you enjoy the game?
Oh, yes, sir. I loved it. We loved every moment of it, especially my sister. We got amazing photos and like this photo booth thing they had for the alumni, and she loved every moment of it, and she definitely told me that was like her most favorite birthday ever she's ever had. And her being 24 that just spoke to me a lot when she was able to celebrate the birthday with the UCF family.
Where'd you hang out? Where'd you watch the game from?
Is it the Hyundai Club?
Oh, the club.
Yeah,
you weren't on the field.
It was the Hyundai.
Ah.
Yeah, it was the Hyundai Club with all the UCF alumni.
So you got to meet fans. What has been your reaction to Night Nation's reception to you so far?
Oh, I love it. I love the way they just embraced my family and I, and just embraced me being a new player that's going to be playing for the team, and just the whole interaction with the fan base and everyone taking pictures, smiling, laughing, just talking throughout the game, and just being able to just watch and celebrate everything that was happening in the game with them was just amazing, because it gave me that real energy vibe for what it feels like for when I'll be playing on the field for them.
All right, give us a little film breakdown here. What did you see in the game? What did you like about the Knights?
I liked the way they used Isaiah to run through the tackles and set up everything else. And I loved the way Ryan O'Keefe and Mikey Keene, like they're just execution on the shot plays was just, it was something that was just crazy. Cause I remember watching the plays set up. Like I could tell when they lined up that it was definitely gonna be a shot play because of the situation they were in, but the way they just executed it, it was perfectly. It was the play when Ryan O'Keefe did the tribute to Otis and he threw up the deuces, and that just whole play execution that's something that just stuck out to me, because like it was all set up perfectly because the defense was worn out. Ryan was already drilled up, having an amazing game himself, and then Mikey just staying calm, collected in the pocket and just launching downfield was beautiful. And Isaiah being able to just run through tackles, pound it out more and more for 2 touchdowns, and just ice the game away and take it away out of the Gators' hands was just something else that just really stood out to me. And the defense was just amazing all game.
Adam, I don't know about you, but I'm ready to run through a wall for Jordan. Okay, I love him already. You enroll early? Are you a January enrollee?
Yes, sir. I enrolled January 8th or 7th. I think it's 8th.
That is a happy new year.
Yes, sir.
We have really enjoyed having you on the Sons of UCF Live. We've seen some comments scroll across the screen. Fans are really looking forward to seeing you here. We wish you all the best in your education and your football pursuits at UCF. Jordan, thanks so much for being on the Sons of UCF Live.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.